各位觀眾，大家好，我係主持人 Yanny。我哋今日請到咗三藩市交通局嘅局長譚沐霖嚟到我哋嘅現場，同我哋講講關於三藩市最新嘅交通以及路況。Hello, Director Tumlin, how are you?
大家好 I'm glad to be here.
And I also heard SFMTA is going to have a change start from August 17. I guess it's the Muni routes going to be changed, right?
That's right. So as you probably know, Muni and the SFMTA are in a budget crisis. So we're very constrained about what we can offer. So what we're doing is we're working to get more efficient. About every 4 to 6 months, we restructure the Muni system based upon our data in order to try to make the system more efficient. So on August 17th, we're going to be making some changes based upon the data, in part to accommodate the school commute, which starts August 19th, but also to address crowding in other places. So we'll be adding service to the 48 Quintara, we'll be adding service to the 28 19th Avenue, and we'll be running bigger buses on the 9 San Bruno, as well as making 100 sort of smaller adjustments to improve transfers and schedules, as well as address crowding.
So this adjustment is going to be a short-term adjustment or for the long term?
We make adjustments, about every 6 months. Yeah. So, the travel patterns have been changing very rapidly in San Francisco since COVID. So we need to make continual adjustments based upon the data. And you can see all of our data at sfmta.com/Muni data, including, for example, the crowding data that we use to make a lot of these small adjustments.
Besides the surface change, and I also know for the Twin Peaks, the tunnel going to be closed for some update. So any detail can share with us what is happening?
Yes, this is very important. So since the beginning of COVID, we've been working really hard to address the deferred maintenance problems throughout the Muni system, and particularly in the subway. As a result of the changes we've made so far, we've reduced delays in the subway by over 70%. Our subway is working better. I think it's working better than it has since it opened in 1977. And so our next round of improvements includes some maintenance and stabilization of the Twin Peaks Tunnel. This is part of a series of 3 projects. It's our last major work that will help to ensure that the tunnel is safe and reliable. It is over 100 years old and it needs regular maintenance.
Yes.
So we'll be shutting the tunnel down from August 22nd to 29th so that our crews can get in there all day and all night and do intensive work. While the tunnel is shut down, we'll be running bus substitution. If you're a KL or M rider, you can transfer at either Church or Castro Station and then take a bus all the way out to the end of the line on those K, L, and M lines. There'll be ambassadors at each of the stations to help. There's lots of announcements. And you can, again, go to our website for more details.
And as I know, right now is the school year.
That's
the start of a school year. So especially for the parent and the children. So any suggestion from them to make it more smoothly?
Yes, so school time is when Muni is the busiest.
Yes.
That's why we're making a lot of adjustments to support the schools. We're also reaching out through the San Francisco Unified School District to make sure that parents and kids know about the bus substitution. There'll be plenty of capacity, in fact, a little bit better frequency, but you will have to transfer at Church or Castro stations to get on the bus. There may be, you may want to allow a little bit of extra time in order to get to school in the morning, just in case there's confusion, but we expect things will work reasonably well.
Besides all of this, I also heard in Richmond District, the bus stop's going to be changed. Is that real?
Well, yes. So this is very exciting for people who go to Clement Street. As many of our riders know, we have not been able to fully restore the 2 Clement bus, which used to run up and down Clement Street through the commercial district. And so we still have bus stops on Clement that are not being used by a bus. So we are working closely with the Clement Street merchants to figure out what to do with those bus stops, including adding more metered parking, adding more commercial loading zones, and adding other, perhaps passenger loading zones. So we're continuing to do that work right now, and later this year, probably in a few weeks or a couple of months, we'll be making those changes on Clement Street. Hopefully that will result in better parking availability for people coming to shop on Clement. We're also making some adjustments over on Geary, improving stops along our Geary line, putting in new shelters, new customer information as part of our ongoing improvements for the 38 and 38 Rapid.
Thank you for sharing. And the last question, because right now is summer, there is lots of events going on in San Francisco. So especially for this week, we're going to have the Hungry Ghost Festival. So any suggestion for the people or visitor to go to visit that event?
Yes, so we're also very excited. On August 17th, on Saturday, there'll be the Hungry Ghost Festival that will be centered at Chinatown Rosepack Station. So they'll be taking over the entire station. We promise it will not be too scary, but we certainly encourage everyone to come out. It will be a lot of fun. I will be there, and I think a lot of people will be there. It's also a great opportunity to take Muni into Chinatown. Remember that you can take the T3 line straight into the heart of Chinatown, and you can easily transfer to the T3 at Powell Street Station, either from BART or from other Muni lines.
Thank you for sharing. And as you mentioned, the SFMTA will be adjust the transportation every 6 months. So any suggestion for the people to get the update from SFMTA and know the new route and the bus stop information?
Yes, we highly encourage people to sign up for our blog, which you can go to at sfmta.com/blog. You can sign up for updates for our regular blog. You can also go to the Contact Us page and sign up for updates for transit service changes or projects in your neighborhood or any SFMTA project. It's the best way to get news. You can also always contact us through calling 311. That's the easiest way to find out about any government service in San Francisco, as well as to offer a complaint or a compliment. If one of our operators does something really well, they love it when our riders call in a compliment. We make a really big deal about that at the agency. And we also read every single complaint. That's how we are able to manage our limited resources in order to best serve the community.
Thank you so much to joining our interview. And what is the biggest takeaway for this interview?
Well, we've been working really hard listening to our riders and working to make Muni fast, frequent, reliable, safe, and clean. The service is more reliable than it has been in decades, and we've been able to cut reported crime by nearly 70% compared to where it was a decade ago. As a result of that, our riders are rating our service better than they have since we first started collecting community survey data back in 2001. We're really proud of what we've been able to achieve despite our budget crisis in making the service more efficient and really listening to our passengers. Please tell your passengers to call 311 if they have any complaint or question or concern or want to compliment one of our operators.
Thank you, Director Tumlin, to share so many information to us. 嗱，如果大家觀眾有更加多嘅問題嘅話咧，可以去到 sfmta.com 去查詢更加多嘅信息㗎。Thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.